Hello, everyone. So happy to be here with you today and to share with you some of my insider tips and tricks for meal planning. Honestly, you know, being able to meal prep, I'm just going to turn that a little bit. Being able to meal prep and meal plan and really understand how to lock in your nutrition is going to drive your results forward. This is the biggest missing link for people. You think continually that you can outrun a bad diet, and let me tell you what, that's exactly where I came from. I have a background in soccer and endurance running. And you know what? My coaches always said, carb load, carb load, carb load. You're going to run it off anyway. So I honestly had about 2 decades worth of nutrition training just like that. Through my college years, we would play game out, deplete our bodies, and then on the way home, we'd stop at Taco Bell and they'd say, order whatever you want and everything you could want because we want you to maintain your calories. So although they did have a nutritionist come talk to us once or twice, their actions did not implement good habits. So since graduating, I played some semi-pro soccer. I have been a personal trainer. I've been super active, and then I had kids, and holy wrench in my system from having to choose between staying with my baby and going to the gym. My baby won every time. And then when I have the evening where my husband would be home and I had to choose between being home with baby and hubby or going to the gym, home won every time. So I found myself in this disconnect with where I wanted my physical stature to be and my stamina to be versus what was happening in my life. And there was a big struggle there that caused some depression, some inner conflict. I didn't always love the person I saw in the mirror. And anyway, fast forward a few years and, just struggling to keep going, I finally found Beachbody. And Beachbody has been a huge blessing in my life because it has empowered me and enabled me to really go for my dreams. And I've always been so passionate about health and fitness. It's been an amazing platform for me to be able to help so many of you. And that's been a really, really huge blessing in my life. I get to work from home. I get to be with my kids. I get to work out from home. So I still get to be around my kids, or, even if they're upstairs or asleep, like right now is nap time. So perfect time for me to hop on and do a webinar, right? So anyway, without further ado, I am super stoked to share with you these nutrition tips. I've been personal training for about 10 years. I have been coaching online for about 2.5. And so the topics and the tips that I have included in this webinar are from common challenges that I had, common challenges that my current challengers have had, and also those habits and those just really hard times that I see my clients and challengers go through in overcoming those habitual vices. So, all right, let's see. Like I said, this is kind of new to me, so hopefully it will all work out. So this should be a screen share. Oh, wow. I guess that's supposed to happen. And we're going to hop on over to, hey, there's, wow. I guess that's me. All right. I really hope that this is going to work. Okay, so this is my meal prepping little slideshow I put together for you guys. You are here because for one reason or another, meal prepping stood out to you. When I first started as a Beachbody coach and people were talking about clean eating, I didn't really know what that was. And I was like, okay, I think I eat pretty clean. What are the actual standards for clean eating? And so I researched what that actually was. And, a lot of my habits at that point that I had I kept tweaking and trying to overcome from all of those terrible habits that college had set me up with and all my years of soccer had set me up with. I have overcome a lot. And so this meal prepping thing, I never really actually did. And I was just sharing with my husband how funny it was. This last week, I went up to my cabin in Flaming Gorge with my parents. And my parents are the type that just kind of roll with it, which is great. There's really nothing wrong with that. But there is so much more merit to putting some forethought and preparation into what it is that you're going to eat. And so I was pointing out to my husband how we had stopped at the grocery store and just kind of gathered stuff. There wasn't really dinner plans or what we were going to make. And I kept asking them, okay, well, we're going to be there 3 nights. Let's do chicken one night. Let's do a salad or a taco bar the next night, and I was giving them some ideas, and it was kind of funny to see them be like, oh yeah, we could do that. And about a year ago, I went up there with some friends, and I had another gal kind of in charge of doing the meals. Oh, this was a few years ago. And she wrote out everything, and I was like, oh, wow. Like, click, that makes a lot of sense. And we saved a lot of money, and meals were really yummy, and it was so easy to stay on track. So anyway, that is why meal prepping and planning is going to be so crucial in your life. So what we're going to cover, mindset, is so key, you guys. If your mind's not in it, you're going to do this for 3 days and you're going to fall off and so just think, oh, that didn't work for me. That's not the case. Okay. So we're going to focus on that mindset. I choose not to eat that. If your days are run crazy, your life is crazy, prioritize you. That's the only way to lock in and lock out that craziness. Sugar and salt do what? And, ooh, I got to eat all of this. That is a common statement from my challengers, to be perfectly honest, because let's say you stop for, I don't know, what do you people do? McDonald's? Is that a common American thing? McDonald's, right? So let's say you stop for a combo meal at McDonald's. That's probably around 1,300 calories, which is almost my full calories for the day. So once you eat that, and then you're having still more and more and more meals through the day, your calories are through the roof. So when you actually look at how much healthy food you get to eat, it's a lot of food. So that's really fun to go through. And then score a free meal plan for next week and how to choose future meals. So number 1, mindset. Taking this out of your vocabulary of I have to, and implementing something called I choose to. Hey, I'm just doing a live webinar real quick, so can you give me a few minutes? Why don't you go grab a peanut butter bar and drink some water with it too? Okay, Spider-Man? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, you want to say hi? We'll see if I can turn off the screen share. Hey,
Hi.
Give us a flex. Boom. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. He was too cute to not share, basically. Okay.
Button this.
Yes. All right. This is the mom life, right, you guys? Okay. And then give me a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. There's a sense of ownership and empowerment with choosing to do something. You're in control and it's your choice. So you're not naturally having your mind push back against you. The natural byproduct of this attitude is striving for excellence, energy, determination, resolve, resilience, clarity, action. I choose to lose weight. I choose to drive my kids to school. I choose to clean my house instead of I have to do the dishes. I have to lose this weight. I have to drive my kids to school. There is immediately that mental pushback. So that would cause you to procrastinate, make excuses. What I'm really good at when I don't want to do something is actively filling my time with other things. So it's not really procrastination because I'm knocking out other things, but at the end of the day, it's procrastination because I'm not putting that thing I'm avoiding first. And whether you think you can, whether you think you can, wait, okay, sorry, I totally butchered that. Whether you think you can, think you can't, you're right. You're going to be right. No matter what your mind is set on, you're going to be right. So I've heard a couple other variations to that I was mixing in. Sorry. Number 2, prioritizing me. This was something that was really, really hard for me to understand. You matter. Your health matters. You are worth the time and energy to put forward towards your health. I had the hardest time saying, it's okay, Audrey, you go do your workout daily. Like, you deserve that. That was a really hard step for me when I had 3 kids at home. I had my in-laws living with me, and I was in the biggest slump I've ever been in. So challenge number 1, list your top 3 to 5 priorities each day and literally schedule those onto the calendar. So for me, here's your example. I have God, I have my husband, I have my kids and my business, and my mom is in my top 5 priorities because she's going through some tough times right now. So now, where do my workout and nutrition fit in? So that's how you schedule that out. You schedule, okay, I'm going to take time to pray. I'm going to take time to read my scriptures. So whatever that looks like for you. Number 2, schedule that hour of alone time with your husband or your spouse. Number 3, when am I going to do my one-on-ones with the kids? Because at the end of the day, that makes me feel like a successful person. If I am putting time to God or serving others, if I have that time with my husband, if I take time for my kids, and if I take time for my business. Like, those are my top 4. Those have to happen every day, or else I don't go to bed feeling good. All right. So from there, I can see my open slots. Where is my workout and nutrition preparation going to fit in? Find an hourly, weekly planner that works for you and schedule when you are going to make a menu or go shopping and cook or meal prep. So for me, Thursdays are typically a great day for me to make a menu, Thursday or Friday. I add some flexibility because my weeks kind of get crazy. And then I can shop Friday or Saturday, and then I can meal prep Saturday or Sunday, or Sunday or Monday, excuse me. So these are just some of the planners that I have found online that have been free. I can print them, I can write on them. There's awesome things on Etsy. So just find a planner that works for you. Maybe you use your phone. I can't put that many things onto a digital calendar or else my brain wants to explode. So that's what I found for me. So sugar and salt do what? I am a why person. If I don't understand why something is happening or what it's going to do to my body, I'm not going to stick with it. And so, you know what's interesting? As I've researched this mindset of mine, studies have shown you won't either. You won't stick to it if you don't understand why you're doing something. So because I exercise, the All Access Pass is helping millions towards their fitness and nutrition goals. And that is something that's really empowering for my challengers. So this All Access Pass gives you full access to fitness, and not just fitness, but you're plugging in with me and my fellow challengers. So you're getting support behind you. So because I exercise and because I'm getting healthy, it makes me want to lock in on my cutting sugar and cutting salt goals. I've found that when I don't exercise, that why isn't there for me, and I actually eat worse. And so you need to figure out that for yourself as well. Find that balance. And what do you struggle with most with nutrition? This is something that I put in my event registration, and so I've already had some people fill that out and let me know. The most common is sugar or salty trigger foods. Another problem that I see with people is just not knowing what to eat. And so then they get into that hangry phase and they grab anything that they want to stick in their face. And it's usually very sugary or salty things because they're readily available. Here's just a few things to look over that is going to happen to your body 60 minutes after a sugar binge. So you can see, right off the bat, obviously we know this, your teeth and gums are affected. It's going to cause cavities. 15 to 30 minutes down into your stomach and hitting your intestines is where you're suddenly going to see that huge explosion in blood sugar levels. In college, we actually did a lab in my human physiology, and we ate Smarties and then took the blood levels of that. We ate marshmallows and took the blood glucose levels of that. We did like peanut butter. And so you could see how your body actually reacts within, you know, that 15-minute window, what is happening inside your body, and how from knowing that much, gosh, your pancreas is stressed, your liver is going to be stressed, your whole body, your veins, even into your eyes and retinas, is affected by high glucose in the blood. And so, you know, then you're getting the insulin response and all the stress on your body. Cortisol is released. Anyway, all right, so moving on, 30 to 45 minutes, you have an increase of blood pressure, you have increased dopamine levels in the brain, which gives you that sugar high, it gives you that happiness factor, and it's starting to subside a little bit. So following that sugar high, you're going to have a crash, right? So anyway, 45 to 60 minutes, hormonal chaos has disrupted phago, hopefully I said that right. That means large cells. Phagocytic cell function. In short, this means that the immune system isn't working at its best and the body is now prone to infection from harmful bacteria than it was 1 hour ago. And I always tell my kids when they're sick, they're like, can I have a cookie? And I always tell them, no sugar. When you're sick, you need to really hone in on your nutrition. Okay, so moving forward, effects of sodium. You have, my background has been in cardiac rehab. And so one of the keys to a good heart diet is low sodium. And the reason is, when sodium's in the blood, it's drawing water out of your cells, out of your digestive tract, out of everywhere, and it's following the concentration, which is in your blood. So you actually get an increased blood volume, which stresses the heart. It actually causes your heart to pump harder. And look at this stat in the red box. Kids who have a high sodium diet are twice as likely to develop high blood pressure as kids who have low sodium diets. So anyway, you're basically dehydrating your body and putting stress on your heart when you are having high salt intake. And this is the daily, that 1,500 or less is a great what's the word I'm looking for? Goal for your daily sodium intake. So start to look at nutrition panels and see how much you're actually getting. You're going to be amazed how much salt is in everything. You can typically take salt off your dinner table and you're going to be just fine. Okay, number 4. Ooh, I get to eat all of this. So finding your specific caloric range and moving forward with that is a very important step, because if you don't know how many calories you should be eating to lose weight or to gain weight, whatever your goals are, or to maintain weight, it's hard to really hone in on how much of what to eat. So what I have absolutely loved about Beachbody is the fact that it has this nutrition guide that is through and through all of the programs now. And it really walks you through the how-tos in such a simple and visual way. And I'm super visual, so I've absolutely loved it. Number 1, there's a formula that helps you break down your calories. So here's that. You simply take your body weight, and it's just, it gives you a roundabout answer, which is great. That's all you really need. And then you get a chart for balanced nutrition. Containers. These containers have been clutch, you guys. They're like training wheels of how to eat. So let me show you those. So the chart for balance. So for me, I'm kind of in between these two. I'm closer to this, but I really aim for this because I'm just trying to lose, my kind of final 5 or 6 pounds from my postpartum stage here. So anyway, 3 of the grains. So this represents vegetables, fruits, proteins, carbohydrates, healthy fats, seeds and oils. And then the teaspoons are like your your nut butters. Peanut butter, always for me. So anyway, I aim for this one, and then if I'm still hungry, I'll either add another veggie, another protein, or I'll just have a little bit more peanut butter. So that's been a really great and empowering system for me. So here's just a visual of those. There's some cheats along with it, like, you know, proteins are 3/4 cup, veggies are a cup. So it's not rocket science. You don't absolutely have to have these containers. You probably have measuring cups at home. But what I have absolutely loved about these containers is the visual aspect of it. You don't have to look at your 1 cup measuring cup and think, what was this again? Oh yeah, it was fruit. What was this again? Oh yeah, it was veggies too. You just get used to these sizes, and you get used to pouring it on your plate and seeing my yellows look like this much. My protein looks like this much. And it gives you it's just a missing link. I absolutely love it. And all of my clients that I personal train with, I absolutely get them started with Beachbody stuff because it is so powerful. Okay, so anyway, we have monthly support and accountability groups that are ongoing, and it's been incredible to get this app. This app's been out for about 1.5 years, and it's been so empowering for people because you're logging your workouts, you're logging your Shakeology, and every time you log something or you check it off the list or you have an actual check-in, you release dopamine in your brain. Your brain gets happy and you get to see your progress, and it tracks you week by week, and then it tracks your full month, and you get to look back on that and feel proud. That is empowering. That is you choosing to press forward on your journey. That's a beautiful thing. So you can see here was a no sugar challenge that we did. This week I actually just finished up a 5-day nutrition university because I've had a ton of nutrition questions lately. So I just thought, you know what, let's all jump in together. Let's go over meal planning. Let's do a hydration challenge. That was today. I taught them how to use this system, this 21-day fix system with the different containers, and how to get your mindset right. We've had an empowerment challenge every day. So you can see some of these check-ins. I totally had sugar. She was honest, and that's fine. You know, that's what we always say. Share as if, you know, it's a brag table, and share if you don't hit those challenges, that's okay. Here you can see this girl, Melissa Brown. I made it no sugar, and they had my favorite at Bible study. I almost gave in, but I didn't. That is so empowering. Those statements carry me forward, and they help so many of us stay on track together because we join together, and there's strength in numbers. Who exactly seeks out a coach? Winners who want even more out of life. That is one of my favorite quotes, because when you think about it, so I'm an online coach, an independent coach through Beachbody. Why do Olympic athletes have coaches? They know what to do and they're really good at it, right? Yes, they are, but you need a coach to push you higher. Okay, do me a favor. We're going to try something real quick. I'm going to flip back. Oh, bird, did my screen go? Okay, what I want you to do is raise your hand as high as you can right now. So everyone raise your hand. I know, you're at home. It's fine. So raise your hand as high as you can. Now I want you to raise it a little higher. Oh my gosh, we can raise it even higher. Is that weird? Is that so funny that I just told you, raise it as high as you can, raise it a little higher, and you could actually go higher. We limit ourselves, we limit our brains, and we limit our actions. And having that outside force, someone checking in with you, someone saying, hey, where were you this week? It pulls you back in. There are so many studies that say when you do fitness and nutrition with an accountability partner, you have like 89% more likely chance to succeed than if you're doing it by yourself. And the reason being is it's so easy to let ourselves down. I'll start next week. I'll start tomorrow. That was just one time, and then your one time turns into 20 cheats, right? But when you're saying, okay, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow at 6 a.m. to meet so-and-so, you show up for them. I don't know why that is. That is an interesting psychological factor of our human brain, but we will show up for other people. We don't want to let down other people when, interestingly enough, we let down ourselves so often. So this system that we have of support and accountability groups, we have the fitness, we have the nutrition, we have the meal planning, we have these constant challenges and mindset empowerment challenges to get you to lock in with us. It's just gold, you guys. It has absolutely changed my life. All right, we're almost done. So let me flip back. That's weird how it does that. Oh. And the simplest tip of all, when all else fails, cook a load of chicken and veggies and you are set for success. And I truly stand by that, you guys. If you haven't had time to sit down and meal prep, because life gets crazy, just pick 1 or 2 meats, cook them up on Sunday, pick 1 or 2 veggies, cook them up on Sunday, and grab your containers and toss in the correct portion sizes. So every time I meal prep, I have those portion control containers out. I'll scoop some chicken, I'll scoop 2 chickens. I will grab, like, if I have, like right now I have sweet potatoes in my fridge. All I do is bake them and then basically cut them in half. If they're really big, then I'll measure with the yellow container. That's the healthiest type of carb you can possibly have. And I stick those into a container. And then I have like frozen broccoli in my freezer right now. Just cook up some broccoli, scoop the greens into that same container, and my husband's set with his lunches for the week. I'm set with my lunches for the week. If I have even more chicken cooked, then I can even toss it into a pan on Monday night and turn it into chicken tacos with just a little different flavoring. I can put it into a salad. I can make chicken salad sandwiches. The possibilities are endless. Do you see where I'm going with this? It is so easy if your meats and veggies are done. Sweet, a free meal plan. The meal plan I'm sharing is based on the recommended food for the caloric range of 1,500 to 1,799. So all you have to do is type in this. Oh, I can click on it. Well, I guess that doesn't help you. So anyway, just type in that URL and you will have a free meal plan for the week. I have weeks and weeks of meal plans created at this point, and I'm continually finding ways to fuel my challengers with the tools they need for success, just like my Nutrition University this week. Shakeology for me, we haven't really had a chance to talk through Shakeology. It has absolutely changed my husband's and my life. Even if I wasn't coaching, I think I would still be drinking Shakeology because it is so nutritionally sound. It's absolutely helped my digestive tract. It's helped my energy levels. It helps me feel so much better on the inside. We came back from a vacation and we had forgotten to pack it. This was last year sometime, and he just turned to me and he said, you know what? I know how I feel with Shakeology. I know how I feel without Shakeology, and I just feel so much better with it. I love this stuff. And I was like, well, that's great, because I do too. And that's a huge reason why I'm coaching. It's also been incredible to see how it's helped my challengers with depression, PCOS symptoms. It's helped them lose weight despite the PCOS symptoms. It's actually helped challengers. They were doing like the Fitbit with the sleep logging. When she started implementing Shakeology only, that was the only change, she was sleeping better. It was so cool to hear that. It's helped with arthritis, depression, anxiety. I could go on and on. More tips on how to meal prep. So I have something I call the 1, 2, 3 rule. That's basically through the week, you pick 1 breakfast, 2 lunches, and 3 dinners. So if you are someone who really likes to eat the same thing, this can be an easy, I keep going to that page instead. This can be an easy fix for you. So 1 breakfast, that could be like oatmeal. You just have oatmeal every morning through the week. Pack up some mason jar salads, and mix that with chicken salad sandwich. So that's your 2 lunches through the week, and you just alternate them. Obviously toss in some veggies, some fruit, some of those healthy fats, nuts, or you know, avocado for your healthy fats. So anyway, you're getting kind of a mix in there. And then pick 3 dinners. So let's say you do like a luau pork, you do clean eating cheeseburgers. Oh, one of my favorite recipes, the jalapeno jalapeno cheeseburger. And then maybe flank steak. Okay, so you do those 3, but you're going to double down, so you'll do that again. You'll do those 3 recipes again. So I hope that makes sense. But that 1, 2, 3 rule is super simple. Another great tip I have for you is to cook stuff you already know how to cook. Pick only 1 new recipe, otherwise you're going to get burned out. Another great tip is to pick 1 or 2 crock pot recipes per week. Make sure you're looking out for high sodium and high sugar content. A lot of times, like my favorite recipe is a mock Cafe Rio chicken recipe. You can look at my website, audreymatufitness.com. Go to my blog. I posted that, I think, last month. It is so good. But it does have high sodium if you stick to the recommended chicken they put in. So I just double the chicken, and then that stretches how much sodium and salt, or sodium and sugar, is actually throughout the chicken. Does that make sense? So there's little tricks of the trade like that that you can absolutely do for yourself. Let me see. Oh, freezing ingredients for future meals is a really awesome thing. And then also, if you're doing steak, just marinating it on Sunday, so you can simply toss it into onto the grill or whatever on that night. So making simple preparations like that can really help you out. Okay, so I think we're on to my second to last slide. Let me flip back over. We're almost done. I hope that you have gotten some awesome takeaways from this. Shoot me a message. I'd love to hear what you thought, if there's something you want more of, if there were any, like, you know, mind-blowing things. So, all right, what now? I say go. I invite you to join us. I have people who have had this kind of on their mind for a couple months, and then magically around month 3, they're like, okay, I'm all in. Like, it takes us a while to process really gearing up to do this, and I totally get that. But you guys, this all access challenge pack, it was at $199, and it is currently at $160 for this month, and that is an amazing deal. So with that challenge pack, you're actually getting a full month of Shakeology, which is typically sold at $130. You're getting a full year to stream the entire Beachbody library, and that includes everything that they release that's going to be new. So, for example, next week we have a brand new program coming out called Shift Shop. It's included in that, and we're going to do an explicit test group for that program. It's going to be really exciting. Then you also get those portion control containers and the nutrition guide to help you lock in on nutrition. But that's not it. So with that all access pass, that's all the product. You guys, you get to be plugged in with me for the full flippin' year. And every single month, my fellow coaches and I, we get together and we plan out what is it that people need. And we ask you guys too, what's going to help them press forward, what's going to help them onto better results. I've had some challengers with me for a full 2 years, and if I did the same things every single month, I'd get bored. So we have a lot of fun creating different competitions, doing giveaways. That support is ongoing and there for you. Links are available on my YouTube channel. I'll put the links below this one. You can also, so that's joining me as a challenger. You can also join me and coach with me, and there is no better accountability than coaching yourself. It has been incredible. Even my my people who join with me and they're discount coaches, they don't work any part of the actual business. Let's see. I'll keep talking, but we'll just see what's left, and then I'll switch to my face. So there's my email. There's a contact me on my website. My email's been on the right side through these different slides. And yeah, that's kind of my slogan. Join with me to find your spark. I think as moms, we forget to put ourselves there, and we kind of lose ourselves in motherhood. And it's a tough thing because it makes a lot of sense. We're giving all the time, but if you don't give to yourself, guess what? You're trying to serve everyone else when your cup is empty, and that is no way to serve. So anyway, back to coaching. Coaching has been incredible for my discount coaches. There's just a different mindset with it. They're able to really lock in on their goals. When people ask them what they're doing, it's just a natural, you just naturally tell them, like, I'm plugging in with a group. I'm tracking along my workouts. I drink a healthy shake every day. I'm feeling so much better. I've already lost 30 pounds. I have lost 35 pounds with Beachbody since Sam was born. That was an empowering journey to work out while pregnant the entire time, and it's been an empowering journey to continue to shed that weight. It's been much, much slower than with Briggs or Callie. So anyway, I am so grateful for coaching in my life, and that's what I am here to do. I'm here to pay it forward. I'm a local personal trainer in Salt Lake City. I also do some digital training for individuals, but mainly most of my time is spent with my challengers, with my challenge groups, on this online coaching platform. It's been an incredible journey for me. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you got some awesome takeaways from this meal planning webinar, and I hope to talk to you soon. Please shoot me any questions. Please share with me some of the takeaways that you got. I'd love to hear. All right, have a wonderful day.